everyone, it's me. This is part 2 to the video I did earlier with the, I hope the light is showing it. Does it look clean on the video?
So let me
Okay, so it's here is the build-up came out. You guys remember it was all scrunched down looking like a helmet? We took, how long was that wash? Like about half an hour. That was a long wash, actually more, because I had to let him soak quite a few times. He didn't know his hair was this length. It's a lot longer now. Now I know some of you guys are watching this video and like, did Yanni do his hair? I actually did do his hair for him. And what I explained to him is when I do people's hair, it's the way we do it in Trinidad. Our focus is not on getting every strand of hair in place. Neatness causes thinning and it causes breakage, right? So a lot of people, they're so obsessed with neatness is that this fuzzy, disrespectful locks you see here, they would have a problem with it. They would comb it, slick it down, trim it, whatever. His locks are still forming. I don't say it's an ugly stage, it's still forming. So if you go by somebody and all this fuzziness, they're trimming it, they're cutting it down, they're slicking it down, they're palm rolling it, they're interlocking it tight, whatever the case may be, what happens as your hair grows, the locks starts to get thinner and thinner and thinner. He wants his locks to stay this size, so you want it to stay fuzzy and disrespectful like this, right? Whoever was doing his hair before, they were doing it so tight that a patch of his hair ended up getting pulled out. His girlfriend picked it up, like she noticed it first, and there's parts of his hair where, as you can see, I had to start like little baby locks. All right, that's the dangers of when people put combing your hair when you're doing your hair too tight. One of the things he admitted is that the person who was doing his hair was doing it so tight that he was in pain for like almost a week or more. Let me tell you guys something. If you're going to somebody and they're causing you pain, that means your hair is being pulled out. I promise you that, right? If the person at the end of it, every strand of your hair is in place for the locks, that means you've lost hair. You just don't see it right away. It takes a while for you to see it. This obsession that people with locks have with neatness is why so many people here are falling out. Okay, I have had many clients that came to me, and because I don't do hair neat, they did not come back. The ones who came back to me and has been with me for years, because I leave their hair exactly the way it is, I just neaten up the roots and I leave their hair has flourished. There are people who are obsessed with that neatness. They would not know how to deal with this. To them, this is like, no, that's not neat enough. It's actually done. All right. We're growing up in Trinidad, that was not the focus on locks. This was a lifestyle and it was not a hairstyle for us, all right? So when clients come to me, clients like this young man, he wanted, I like his attitude because he mentioned that. He kept telling the young lady who was doing his hair, I want everything organic, I want it natural. Somebody had asked me in the previous video if he washed his hair. And what he explained is that when they go to people like this, they go and they trust the person. Remember, if he was an expert, he would have done his own hair. It's kind of like what I tell people is that, why do you go to a mechanic? Because you don't know how to fix cars. Why do you go to somebody to do your taxes? Because you don't know how to do taxes yourself. Why do you go to get your hair done? Because you trust the person, and you trust it. Whatever this person tells you, you're actually going to do it, right? So he not washing his hair had nothing to do with him being nasty. He took the lady's advice and he decided not to wash his hair after all that stuff was put in. And the stuff was baked in with a dry, and it caked up and it formed mold and it formed a buildup, right? So luckily we got all that stuff out. His hair, he didn't even know his hair was this length. When he came, it looked like half of an inch. And because I don't use dryers or anything, this is actually the real length of his hair. I showed him clients who his hair is very similar to. No two people are exactly alike. And I told him if he leaves his hair alone, this is what his hair is going to look like. Should he choose to come back to me, he's not going to see me for nothing less than 2 months. He is going to use one oil on his scalp. And he's going to use it once every 10 days to 2 weeks. He doesn't need oil that often. One, he's very active. He works out, so he doesn't need anything that's going to make his hair get sweaty and stinky. His hair also traps odors. Everybody's texture is different. His texture traps odors very easily. So he should not be using anything with a lot of oils, eucalyptus, peppermint, and all that foolishness. He's not going to wash often either. He could wet his hair if he like, but he's not going to wash it often. All right? And the oil that he's going to use is plain castor oil, not even Jamaican black, just plain castor oil. I showed him and his girlfriend how to oil his scalp at night, once a week, 7 to 10 days, or if you want to go to 2 weeks, fine. And he's going to leave the rest up to nature. I also explained to him, you're now starting your lock journey. It's been a few months, because you all know I don't start locks. Patience is key. Do not suffer with lock envy. Stop looking at other people's locks and like, oh my God, I want my locks. It ain't gonna happen. All right, that is humanly impossible. This is his head of hair, and it is going to grow lovely once he's patient. All right, he has a great job, right? And luckily, his job allows him to have his hair like this. Okay, so this is the after. I hope you guys can see the difference. If you're not watching this video, go back to the video before to see how dirty his hair was. Again, this is not to embarrass the client. He agreed to this video. Right, this is to educate people so they would not make mistakes like this, because he did not know better. We can't blame, oh, he should have washed his hair. That is, no, that's not how it works. You are taking advice to somebody and you're trusting that the person is giving you the right advice. All right, LOCS has now become a money making thing, so a lot of people are making money off of other people's ignorance. I post these videos just to let people be aware, so your hair do not get damaged, so you do not lose your hair, you do not experience thinning, traction, alopecia, fungus, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's very thick, very healthy. The scalp is oil. I actually had to use 2 techniques on him because this is a lot of hair. All right, and we will see him in a couple of months if he chooses to come back. All right, and that's it. I'll be in Georgia on the second week in September. I know a lot of you texting me and asking me that. I'll be in Georgia the second week in September, and you can call me the first week of September to book your appointments. Do not text me to book your appointment. Call me directly. I do not book appointments for first-time clients via text. It's wrong. So just call me directly. Okay? For more LOCS care information, visit my website. That's it. Be blessed.